Greetings to all of humanity. It's really a joy, it's a pleasure. It's my honor, as usual, to be out here in nature, well connected, and bringing this message of emancipation to you, whereby I'm pointing you to look inwardly to discover that your real identity is your divinity. And that is why I want to speak to you concerning the Jima in you. Because not many people understand that the Jima in man is God, and that there is no other God, there is no man in the sky, and there is no one coming back for you. Now, everywhere you read in the Bible, you will be reading about dreams, because the main character or the central character of the Bible is man's imagination. Therefore, you must realize that when you go to bed, that you're changing dimension. And when you're in that dimension, when you are asleep, that is when the God in you is carrying out all of your instructions, and all of the thoughts that you would have vibrated upon throughout the day. All of these things have been enacted when you go to sleep, because what you take with you when you're crossing over into the other dimension when you're going to sleep would be what would be your reality when you awake. Therefore, my brother, my sister, it's very important for you to monitor your thoughts throughout the day, and for you to go to bed consciously and awake consciously also. So my brother, my sister, the reason why I choose this topic is because I was having a conversation with a Christian young man, and he was saying to me that I cannot give myself a dream, and I was telling him that the Jima in man is God. And when the Bible says that God doesn't sleep, it is speaking about the Jima in you who do not sleep. That is why your physical eyes are closed when you are sleeping, but yet you can see in a dream. You can hear in a dream. You can taste, you can smell, you can touch, you can do all of these things in a dream. You can walk, you can fly, you can do all of these things in a dream. And so, my brother, my sisters, all of these messages that I've been bringing to you is to teach you how to be connected with the Jima in you. And that is why when you have a dream or a goal, you must take that dream or that goal that you have, that you would like to accomplish in this world, take it with you into the fourth dimension as you go to sleep. Job chapter 33 gives you the secret when it tells you in verses 14 to 16 that that is the time when your instructions are being sealed. Because as I would have said before in a video before, that you have a genie in you. That genie that I am speaking about is actually the Jima that is in you. Now, from Genesis right down to Revelation, you would read about dreams and dreams and dreams and dreams and dreams and dreams. And many people fail to realize that the whole Bible is based upon dreams, because it's all about the Jima that is in you. So, the whole Bible, when you realize that it addresses the human mind and must be interpreted psychologically, you'll realize that it is not literal, neither is it secular history, and that it have no reference to anyone who existed thousands of years ago, or to any actual event that would have taken place on earth thousands of years ago. You will realize from the beginning to the ending, it's all have to do with the human psyche, and it's all a great psychological drama. So when you understand that, you will understand why there's certain things being said about God that you think is impossible with you. But all I just want you to do is to think about how you can have a dream and you are asleep, because it means that this body is not the real you. It means that the real you is the very life that is within you. And that life is what is referred to as God. And based on my experience, that life that is in you is a light. That is why you are told, let your light or your God self so shine before the world. It expresses through your actions, the things you do, and the things you do are based on your thoughts. So you're told, let this light be in you, and let this light so shine before the world that they may behold your good works and glorify the Father that is in you. So he's saying that the Father that is in you is the light, and that light is actually the Jima in you. So my brother, my sisters, my encouragement to you is to have noble dreams and goals, and think of how you may uplift humanity. Think about how you may serve humanity, and take that with you as you go to bed. Therefore, you must go to bed consciously. That's why Psalms chapter 4 and verses 4 tells you that you must commune with your own heart upon your bed and be still. Go into the stillness. Go into meditation, because true prayer is desire and meditation. And in Matthew chapter 6 and verse 6, you're told also that you must go into the secret place where the Father dwells and let your requests be made known. Right there teaching you about meditation, teaching you to go within, because the kingdom of God is within you. Therefore, if the kingdom of God is within you, it is saying to you that a kingdom always ruled by a king, and the king in you is the Jima in you. So, my brother, my sisters, when you embrace yourself and you love yourself, you're loving the Jima in you. And you will come to realize, as you become more aware of who you are, you will have more vivid dreams. And you will have even more lucid dreams also. And you would have dreams whereby you would become even more intelligent. You wake up in the morning and there's certain wisdom that will just come to you because you're going to bed right. You're falling asleep right. So go to bed with having the right understanding that the Jima in you is God, and you want to get in touch with God. So every night as you go to bed, my brother and my sisters, find the best thing that you could think about just before you go to bed, with the understanding that the Jima in you is God, and you're going to make your requests be made known to the God in you, because you want to live the best version of your life. So my brother, my sisters, take these words of encouragement and practice them in your life by truly believing in your inner being, your true essence, the Jima in you. So from now on, whenever you read in the Bible of anyone and they tell you that they have a dream, it is speaking about the Jima in you. Forget about all these characters that you think they are actual persons. No, they are personification of your own human imagination. Okay? Which is God in man. So my brother, my sisters, never look away from the kingdom that is within you. Because when you do so, you will end up in idolatry. And that is why those who stole the mystery of self, or the truth of self, that our ancestors would have known and would have had written way back in Timbuktu and way back in Kemet, before it was stolen, our ancestors would have all been saying to us, man, know thyself. When you know yourself, you will know that the Jima in you is God. And that is why you would know what you want to acquire in this world, and you will take it with you into bed. Now, as I come to a close, in Songs of Solomon, chapter 3, I think from verses 1 to verses 4, it tells you the same thing that I'm saying here to you. That you must search for that which you love. The thing that you love, and the thing that you believe that you gifted in, and so on. Okay? In other words, find your purpose. Seek for it. Search for it. You see, when you find that which you love, you must hold him and do not let him go until you bring him into your mother's bedchamber, into the room or into the womb of the one who would have bring you forth, or the one who would have conceived you. In other words, it is speaking of the womb that is above. When you find your desire, the thing you love to do, what you want to do, bring it in the upper room and never let it go until you realize your goal and your dream has already been fulfilled. So in other words, you hold it up to a certain time before you can release it. When you are so sure that it has already been answered. And remember this, all your prayers have already been answered. But when you feel that faith inside of you that is telling you that it is enough and you no longer have the desire, you no longer continue in the act of creating. You can look at it in the physical, you look at it in the spiritual. Let me just come to a close here by saying, even naturally in the act of sex, when you reach a certain place and that desire have been fulfilled and the creative act is over, you no longer have any desire. You come into rest. You come into peace. So with that being said, my brother and my sisters, I hope you take something away from what I've been saying here to you. And I would like to say, if this is the very first time that you're listening to me and what I'm saying is really making sense to you and you haven't subscribed already, I would like to say to you to subscribe, to like, to comment, to share this video. So with that being said, I want to say peace. Love you all. I'm out.